Cheers. We're going to go up to Ventura Sportfishing to the Island Spirit. We're going to check in with my dear friend, Captain Daniel Hadawi. Daniel, it's been way too long. How are you?
It has been. How you doing, Phil?
I'm doing good. Had a great trip to Florida. I know not many people may watch us live tonight because we're right in the midst of a Dodger Yankee game, and
Yeah.
the Dodgers have just come back from 5-zip to tie the game at 5-5. But a lot of people are going to watch the replay of this, and we want to find out what's happening up there in the Channel Islands. I know on your last trip you had phenomenal fishing. The bottom bite looks great right now.
Yeah, it's really good. It's the rock fishing lately has been as good as it gets locally here, so excited to keep doing some of that. Do have plenty of open party opportunities up. Our deep water rock fishing Fridays, I think we're gonna continue doing those throughout the month of November. So we're gonna change that to about an hour earlier departure. We'll obviously stay, past the posted return time as well. And that'll be at the same price as a regular trip. We're gonna keep the deep water cod Fridays going. Those have been pretty fun, and then on the weekends as well, be doing a mix of some possibly shallower water fishing for whitefish and stuff like that, and then go do some coding in the deep water as well.
That is an unbelievable deal to fish that big giant cod at the very same price. That's really an outstanding deal.
Yeah, definitely, it's great value and it's a lot of fun. We've been having pretty light loads too, so getting out with less than 20 people on a boat this size is a blast.
All right. Hey, Dan Lightfoot joins us. And by the way, my buddy's a big Yankees fan. I hear him cheering out there. So I don't know what that means. Dan Lightfoot says, how many ounces of weight have you guys been using? How's it going, guys? Dan, great to see you. Michael, great to see you.
Yeah, good to hear from you, Dan. We've been using 16 ounces of weight has been the go-to. We recommend everybody to fish with 16 ounces at a minimum. Some guys like to fish with heavier, especially the guys that use the electric reels and stuff like that. They'll bomb down those 20s or 24s, and that works totally good as well.
All right. Hey, I lied about nobody watching us tonight. We're getting quite a few people who are on here. Robert Graber is one of the greatest guys you'll ever meet, like Dan. He says, let's go, Dodgers. Let's go, Phil and Daniel in the Friedman Adventure family. Good to see you again, Captain Daniel. He's happy to see you, and so am I. Dan, uh,
Thank
uh,
you, Rob.
maybe you could explain one thing to everybody because I think they have stuck in their head you have to fish 300 feet or deeper, but that does not stop you from fishing in the shallows for whitefish and sheephead, correct?
Correct. So the way the regulation works is all of your rockfish have to be in 300 feet or deeper. And once you have any kind of rockfish on the boat, you cannot go and fish shallower than 300 feet. So on days where we have really nice weather per se, and I don't think we're gonna have trouble catching our cod, we'll perhaps go into the shallow water first, try to mess around with some whitefish, sheephead, whatever. And if you were to incidentally catch any kind of rockfish in there, they have to be released, and you can only start keeping rockfish once you're in 300 feet or deeper. So that's probably going to be the game plan for our upcoming trips.
All right. And so when people get ready to get tackled up for a trip, should they come prepared to fish sheephead, whitefish, and the deep water?
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't hurt to just have a couple smaller sinkers in case we're going to be targeting whitefish and stuff like that. But the primary focus is to try to send everybody home with limits of cod. So you want to make sure that you have a couple 16-ounce sinkers in case you get stuck and lose one or whatever. Just make sure you got a couple of those 16-ounce sinkers, and then you can also bring like a 8 or a 10 ounce as well.
All right. So deep water Fridays. How about Sundays? Kids fish free still going on, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna keep that going throughout the end of the year. Every single Sunday, you can bring a child ages 12 or under for free with each paid adult ticket.
All right. Very good. Hey, are you a baseball fan, by the way?
Honestly, I'm not. I'm not a baseball guy. If there
I'm
was
not either.
a football game on or something, I'd be watching that right now. But no, no, not really a baseball dude.
Hey, I got to tell you something real quick off the subject of fishing. We'll get back to fishing in a minute, but I know you'll appreciate this story. I get to Florida, Dan. My son
Yeah.
Patrick goes, Dad, you love college football. Let me throw some games at you. So he starts throwing games, and I'm picking, I'm picking,
Mhm.
I'm picking, I'm picking. And at the end of it all, he goes, okay, we got 10 games here. let's do a parlay. And he goes, how much? I go, 15. He thought I said 50. We get to the LSU game, which is a barn burner. This was a few weeks ago. I forget even who they were playing. And we're 8 out of 10.
Oh,
8
nice.
out of 10. We catch the LSU game, and then we go into a game, Hawaii and Boise. We have Boise. They're going to blow them out of the water. But the app is sending Patrick messages saying, we'll give you $1,000 right now to kiss this thing goodbye. And I'm telling Patrick, you can't lose taking the money, Patrick. And he's
Yep.
going, Dad, we're riding this out. And frickin' Boise had a hell of a time putting Hawaii to sleep, but they finally did, and we ended up 10 for 10. Never even
Wow.
come close to anything like that. So I knew
Yeah.
you'd love that, man.
No, that's
So
great.
when you say fishing is really good up there, are you talking about the quality of the fish, the numbers of fish, or both?
Yeah, both. I mean, the quality's been outstanding. It's been pretty, fast too. Um, all these rocks that we've been fishing lately, it's, as soon as you get to the bottom before people are even getting in gear, they're already getting bites. There's a lot of those like high biters too, like those chilies and Floridas and all those tasty critters. We had a lot of people getting bit on the way down, stuff like that. It's just a really, really healthy rockfish population around right now.
All right, good. A couple questions for you. Fluorocarbon, do you recommend that when you're cod fishing? Is that necessary?
I don't think it's necessary. I mean, if you want to use fluorocarbon on that, feel free, but it's pretty expensive. I personally just use like 40-pound mono.
Okay, perfect. And when you're fishing bait, does it having a good hot bait matter when you're fishing cod or not?
Again, it doesn't matter too much when you're dropping it down to you know 400 feet on a dropper loop. It doesn't matter if your sardine or anchovy super lively or not.
All right, Dan Lightfoot wants to know live bait or strip bait, or I think if I know you, Dan, you're going to say both.
Absolutely, I always recommend both. I recommend people put live bait on their bottom hooks and stripped squid on their top hooks. We typically have people drop down that way, and it's been working pretty well.
All right, you're a hardworking guy. You just got in from working on the Endeavor. Why don't you give us a little Endeavor update? How'd that trip go for you?
Yeah, it was a good trip. We just did some bottom fishing, got our whitefish and rockfish limits, really good quality on the whitefish, some sheephead mixed in, really nice big reds. It's a fun trip.
All right, excellent. How's your weather up there right now?
Weather's beautiful. Today was pretty much as good as it gets. It was super nice, and looks like we have some more nice weather through the weekend. Looks like I think there's some snotty weather coming maybe Monday, Tuesday next week. But last I checked, the weather looks pretty good for this weekend upcoming here.
All right, what's your Halloween costume going to be?
Haven't planned it yet, but might go to a Halloween party, so we're gonna have to figure that out.
Well, we're going to want a photo from that, man.
All right, we'll send you one.
All right, so Deepwater Friday, Saturday, you're available, and then on Sunday, it looks like we got Kids Fish Free. Mike Dwyer says, clap your cheeks on the chat one time, bro. All right, the guy on the left. Oh, clap my cheeks? No, I don't know what do you mean by that. Do you know?
No, no, that was funny though.
How do we make a reservation with you, Daniel? What's the best way to do that?
Yeah, you guys can either go online to venturasportfishing.com, select book now, and click on Island Spirit, and we'll be able to pull up our full schedule, see what our reservations look like, and choose the day that works for you. Our online booking process is super easy to navigate, or if you'd like, you can call the landing as well. Either Sal or one of our other friendly office staff members are going to be more than happy to help you guys out. The phone number is 805-676-3474.
All right, good stuff. Michael Dwyer, I have no idea what you're talking about, or I would do it. Hey, Daniel, one more thing. 16 ounces, is that heavy enough, or do you recommend more?
Yeah, I think 16 ounces is plenty good. If you have bigger sinkers and you like, maybe using a heavier weight to try to keep the scope out of your line a bit, nothing wrong with that.
All
I've had
right.
plenty of people use 20 and 24-ounce sinkers, and those will work just fine as well.
Daniel, really good to see you, man. I missed you, and we'll do more of these here. Great fishing to you this coming weekend, and we'll let everybody get back to the Dodgers Yankees game. Thanks for making time for me tonight, and once again, always great to see you, my friend.
Absolutely appreciate it. Appreciate your time, Phil, and have a good night, everybody.
All right, take care and have a happy Halloween, Daniel.
Alrighty, you too. We'll see you soon.